Welcome in to Bass Pro Shops Outdoor World, brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. If you love fishing, hunting, and the great outdoors and want to make it even better, you're in the right place. With host Rob Keck, your adventure starts right here.
Welcome to Africa's Sportsman Show. I'm Cassie Gerasi from Heart of the Huntress. In our second show with Rob Keck, host of Bass Pro Shops Outdoor World radio show, on Rural Radio, Sirius XM Channel 146, the guests who need no introduction are Ivan Carter, the well-known hunter and conservationist, Shane Mahoney, founder and CEO of Conservation Visions, and from Texas, Ben Carter, executive director of the Dallas Safari Club. We've asked our guests, Ivan Carter, Ben Carter, and Shane Mahoney, is hunting part of conservation?
I think there's several really important things we need to do. First of all, we have to understand that some of the messaging that we do put out with respect to hunting is not working in our favor. We have lots of examples where the messages that we supply are not only not resonating with the general public, they're actually alienating the general public. And I think we have to be very careful about how we actually message. The second major point I would make is that it is not possible to constantly run against social currents. We have to find a way to explain hunting to people in modern society with the modern values that they have. And that means that we are going to have to strategically re-examine exactly how we portray hunting to the publics, not only in North America, but around the world. This rise of concern, this rising empathy for wildlife that is confronting hunting around the world is not going away, Rob. It is not ever going away any longer. It's here to stay. And what we have to figure out is how we can take our message, which has real truth, real value, real honesty within it, and find a way to articulate that to the modern public mind. A lot of people get hung up on the mechanism. Do we use social media? Do we use film? The most important thing is not the mechanism. We are missing the point here. The most important thing is what is the message that we are going to deliver. And where we have the evidence to show that hunting is a conservation mechanism, we should show that over and over and over again in a way that appeals to the broad public.
Well said. Ivan, you've been on television, gosh, forever. And you have shared your messaging in a lot of very powerful ways. I would like to hear your take on this as well.
You know, Rob, I agree with absolutely everything that Shane says. We've just embarked on a whole new TV series called Carter's War, where what we've done is we've tried to massage that messaging to bring to the general public the light of what's really going on the front line in Africa at this time with regard to the human-wildlife conflict. As hunters, I think we should really look at exactly in line with what Shane says, what our message is. Are we educating people on the mechanism of hunting, or are we showing to people how we as an individual hunt? And it's two completely different things. If you understand that your next door neighbor likes to go hunting, that's a whole lot different to understanding what the mechanism is for the way that he and the body of hunters in the world today gets money onto the front line through organizations like DSC and sometimes directly through guide fees, through supporting various anti-poaching initiatives on the front line over millions of acres around the world. People don't know that because what they know of hunters are the multiple different trophy shots that they see with no explanation. The trophy is actually the explanation of how those dollars get to the front line, not just the explanation of the animal that somebody's killed. And as hunters, we need to readjust that message. We really do.
Well, Ben, 2 years ago here at Dallas Safari Club, your big auction, you were challenged of telling the general public why the black rhino hunt was given Dallas Safari Club for auction and was important to rhino conservation funding, a vehicle that came to you through the country of Namibia. Tell us your approach and your ideas on addressing this. You know, you got hammered in the press, and you know, how do we take something that is so powerful that was going back to help save a species, yet gets so twisted in major media? Talk to us about that.
Well, I think, again, part of the problem is that we're now a majority of the population is an urban society. They go to the grocery store and they get their meat. We've had people leave messages on our office phone saying, watching a TV show, one that tracks across Africa, or one of the shows that we may sponsor, and they'll leave a message. Why would you go out and shoot those animals when you can go to the grocery store and buy them where they make them? They've lost touch with nature, and they've lost touch with how nature has always existed, because they don't experience it anymore. The other part of this is that it takes money to provide conservation, and people can sit at home and watch nature shows and thinks that nature takes care of itself, but it doesn't. It takes dollars to take care of nature, and that's one of the things that we do. And offering that black rhino hunt for auction, it's unfortunate that it didn't sell for more money, because 100% of that money went directly for conservation of black rhino. If we'd had $1 million out of that, we could have probably saved another 10, 15 black rhinos out there.
Thanks for watching, and remember to follow us on our website, the Universal Sportsman Channel, at usctv.tv, and stay up to date with weekly posts on our Facebook page, Universal Sportsman Channel.